Hi, welcome to Getting More Gold. I'm Jeremy Price, and in today's video we'll be going through a bag of gold pay dirt. But before we do that, since this is my first video, I'd like to let you guys know exactly what this channel is about and hopefully the direction we're going to head into. First off, this is a gold prospecting channel, so we will be doing reviews on gold pay dirt, reviews on prospecting equipment, especially any new equipment that comes out on the market that might help increase our chances of finding more gold when we're out. I do live in North Carolina and I live in the gold belt, so there are plenty of places for me to go out and about around here, and I'll take you guys with me to do all that kind of stuff for those little adventures. So we do plan on doing that, but right now it's winter time. So it's pretty cold out. We've been getting a lot of rain, so the water levels are going to be pretty high out there right now. So we're just going to sort of chill and do a lot of gold pay dirt reviews and do a bunch of how-to. And I do have 2 new pieces of prospecting equipment that came out last year, and I want to try those out, and I'll be doing those in the next several weeks as well. We'll see how good those actually work and if they're worth your time, your money invested in it. And that's sort of the reason I do these gold pay dirt reviews, is because I don't want you guys to waste your money on gold pay dirt that doesn't at least, you know, get close to the amount of money you actually spent to purchase this gold pay dirt. Now, the pay dirt we're going to go through today is Eureka Joe's. And this is their Taste of Alaska bag. Now this is their least expensive bag. It's $55. They don't charge shipping and handling. So the total cost for this bag is $55. And we're gonna, in this video, I'm gonna break this down, classify, show you guys how to classify this stuff. And then we're gonna draw the magnetics out. And then I'm gonna pan it. We're going to see how much gold is actually in this pay dirt. I'll weigh it on my scales, and then I'll show you guys how to do a return on investment, which we call an ROI. And I'll break that down and try to make it as simple as I can for you guys. There are websites that you can go to, and I'll try to put a link in the description for that, to where you can just punch in how much gold you actually found, and it'll tell you how much is actually worth. So that'll give you a little easier avenue. But if you don't want to do that, you like to do math. I'm a little nerdy, so I like math, and I'm going to show you guys how to actually calculate, say this gold was 18 karat gold that we were getting out of here, or say you have a necklace that's been damaged and it's just sitting around, gold necklace, and you're wanting to get rid of it. You know how much it weighs, and you already know the carat. Then I'll show you how to calculate that and see approximately what it's worth. Now, the number we come up with is not the number you'll get if you took it to a pawn shop or a we buy gold type deal. They're typically going to give you 80 to 90% of its actual value. But with that being said, let's go on and we'll go through this first bag. I'm going to slice this open, we'll classify it, and put it in its little containers, and then we'll separate the magnetics. Then we'll start panning the gold. Hey everybody. One thing that I did fail to mention is I go through 3 bags of the same stuff on my pay dirt reviews. That's why my pay dirt reviews are a little different than most of the review channels you'll see, where they only go through 1 bag. I'm going to go through 3 bags of the Taste of Alaska. I have multiple bags from other companies that we'll be going through whenever it's crappy weather or it's cold out or it's raining or something. So I'm hoping that going through 3 bags will give you guys a little bit better glimpse of what's in at least one of these bags. So you know whether or not you know, it's consistently around the same amount each time, and how much you're actually going to get out of one of these bags. Now, I'm not saying that that's what you're going to get. If you buy one of these bags, you're going to get, you know, say we find a gram in each bag. I'm not saying that you're going to find a gram of gold in your bag. I can't guarantee any of that, what you're going to get. All I can do is tell you what I got and give you an average of the 3 bags after we do the 3 bags. All right, so we're going to open this bag up. Let me go on and I'm going to pour this into my catch pan, the big pan. I'll just pour it in here so you guys can see what we're dealing with. Now this is the material. It's not really big. It looks like it's been classified down some, at least. And let me go get a cup, and we'll I'll just use one of these now. And we'll put a little bit in our top of the classifier. Now what we do is we're going to shake this up. Make sure you hold the bottom and the top if you have these, because they can't come off. You want to shake it for 20-30 seconds so all the material can go through the different layers. Shake it up a little more. Okay, now I'm going to put all my 16 or plus 16 in this. This will be my plus 30 minus 16. This will be my plus 50 minus 30. Now when you take these bottom ones off, if you have these, you have to be very, very careful with this bottom bit, because it can stick. And that's our plus 100 minus 50. Now this stuff is like talcum powder. I'm going to put this in a blue container here. That's like powder. And we'll put these back together. And make sure you get them back in order. Alright, I wanted to show you guys the different material now that it's been classified. This is your plus 16. This is the biggest stuff that was in there. This is your minus 16 plus 30. I don't know how well you guys can see this. I apologize. This is your minus 30 plus 50. It's getting finer and finer as we go down. This is your minus 50 plus 100. And this is your minus 100. This is the little talcum-y powder looking stuff. I mean, it's really, really fine stuff. Down here's my catch pan. And this is the pan I will be panning in. The catch pan's a 14-inch pan, and this is an 11-inch pan. We're going to add a little bit of jet dry. You don't need a lot. You can use Dawn dish detergent or something too, as well. Just put a little bit in there, and we're going to start with the bigger material first. This is the plus 16 material. Just going to put a little bit in there to work with. If this is your first time panning, it's better to start off with just a little bit of material. Now what you want to do is what's called stratify. And what you're doing is, I know you've probably seen pictures of the different layers of the different, like, Jurassic eras and stuff, where they show you on the side of the Grand Canyon, this was the so-and-so era, and this was this era. And that's sort of what you're doing. You're putting the gold on the bottom because it is the heaviest that you'll find in here. Most likely it's the heaviest. There are a few things that's heavier than gold, but not many in the metal category. And then you'll have your next heaviest layer on top of it, and your next heaviest layer, and your next heaviest layer, until you get to the finer material on top. Now, as I'm stratifying, I start tilting my pan forward some, and that's to get all the gold to go to that inside lip right there. That's where all your gold should end up being. Now we'll tilt this over, and we'll just start washing this lighter material off. And since most of this is thicker stuff, it's not going to come off real easy. Now, if at any time you want, you can bring this back down and start stratifying it, working that stuff back towards the bottom. If you're afraid you'll have some gold in there that you're afraid you'll lose. And we'll turn this up and just see if we got any. Get a little more water in here. And it doesn't look like we have any in there as of yet. So I'll go on and put some more material in here. Now, I'm not expecting a lot of gold in this bigger stuff. Now you want to stratify it. And I'll start tilting it forward. I like this smaller pan because I can do everything with one hand. There is a little gold right here, and right here. And it's flat gold. Now get that gold to come back up. You can tap on it and it'll bring that gold back up to the lip. Now we'll take our snuffer bottle, our snuffer bottle. You know, we don't have any water in it, so we are going to put it up under, let it suck some water up. Now I got water in it. And make sure a little bit out. And then we're just gonna vacuum that gold up into our snuffer bottle. Now our gold's in the bottom of this. It's a little dirty water, so you probably can't see it really well. And it's not that much gold, so. Now some people do this. And then they gradually start going forward. To try to get that gold in the center. And we'll see if I missed any in that little bit. Now tilt it back, and just let that water go straight up and come back down. And there's none in there. Now we'll get this up under the water, stratify it. And then I like to, like I said, just start tilting it forward a little bit at a time. Keep going side to side motion. So all that gold, it should be in that lip on the other side, just like right here where you saw that gold showing up. And if it's flat, sometimes it will come down a little bit. That stuff was fairly flattish. Like I said, anytime you know you want to get that gold to come back up, you just tap on the side there and it'll roll back up. You see this gold right here in the corner? Okay, we're going to pull this back. Just let the water go up and come back down, go up and come back down. You'll see some people, they'll swirl it. I mean, that's not a bad thing. It can blow your gold around. That's the only bad thing about it. And we've got quite a few more pieces of gold in this. Now, see how that's gold moved around in the pan some there? I don't know if you guys can see it or not. We still got black sand up there, but a lot of times what I'll do is I'll go in and suck that little bit of black sand up. It's not that big of a deal. We can get it out. Just go in and suck this stuff up. Just look through there, just make sure that none just got past me. It typically doesn't. I'm pretty methodical when it comes to that. And I will actually pan all this material again before I get done. I'm just going to finish this one off. Get some water in there. Just trying to find that material. Just keep moving gradually forward, forward, and forward. Now, I don't want to keep going forward until my material starts falling out. So what I usually end up doing is I'll go in and dump that off. Now I don't want to dump that off and try to lose my material. I just dump it off really easily and then start pulling this material out. Then I'll pull it on back down, stratify it some more. So I want to make sure that that gold's on the bottom. Alright, we'll pull this back. And now we'll let the water go up and just wash it down. Let's see if we got any gold. And we do have a little bit. Really fine, fine gold up there. Let's see, that's the problem with when you classify this stuff dry, you can get the little bitty tiny pieces still in there. But even with those big rocks, those little tiny pieces are still down there. And I don't know if you guys can see this or not well, but there's gold all around here. I don't want to get it out of focus, but hopefully you guys can see this. Alright, and there is a little bit of, just a tiny bit of black sand still up there, but I'm just going to suck it up too. Always shoot your water away from your gold. And then put your snuffer bottle down there. And just suck it right up. Then look, oh, I missed a little piece there. So we're going to shoot this back down. Now these snuffer bottles have a little catch that won't let it shoot that gold back out. And maybe in the next video I'll go through that with you guys so you can see that. Now I'm just going to run this back down, tilt it back up, check it again just to make sure. And then I'm going to move on to the next one. Now see, you just want to gently pull this back. Just let the water go up there, pull it back. And it doesn't look like there's any more gold in there. So, alright, here is the gold that we got out of that pay dirt. It's a fair little amount here. It's pretty nice gold. Try to get it where we can, not in the shadow there. I think it looks pretty good. Not very bad. A lot of small, little, tiny, fine gold, flour gold. I do apologize. When I was trying to show the classification and stuff, the material that we I couldn't show that very well on here, and it was very blurry, so I'm going to try to redo all of that. Well, I'll have to redo that like in the next video. So we cut our scale on. This will weigh it in grams. That G right there is grams. This thing's very sensitive. What we're going to do is weigh this first. This is the little bowl that we're going to stick the gold in. Now we want to tear it out to 0. We're going to sort of sit there and just wait for it for a second, make sure it stays at 0. Now we're going to remove this. I'm going to put the gold in the little bowl here. I did go on and pan everything again. My recorder stopped recording last night while I was going through the pay dirt. Alright, we got 0.675, 0.677 grams. So that's over half a gram of gold. So that's good. That's pretty decent for what we got. It's a nice little bit. I need to get a penny or something and put it in there for scale so you guys can see. Here it is with the dime in it. I went on and turned the scale off just because well, that's a dime actually, not a penny. But just to let you guys see for scale how big that is. As I was saying earlier though, I did get this out of focus when I was trying to show you the different classifications. The plus 16, minus 16, plus 30, all that stuff. And I'm going to try to get it better for you in the next video. Just to show you the different classifications and how fine the material actually gets. I apologize for that. I am learning this camera, and I'm actually having to learn how to do the video editing for this thing too. So I'm having to learn a bunch of other stuff while I do these YouTube videos. So that I do apologize for, and if you guys just bear with me, I will get better. This is the American Precious Metals Exchange, and it is saying gold price per ounce is $1317.70. So $1,317.70. All right, everybody. So we are on www.silverrecyclers.com, and we've pulled up their gold calculator. Now, this has been about a week and a half since I was able to go through that first bag of Eureka Joe's Taste of Alaska. So it has been a little while since I've done it, so the price of gold has actually went down from the day that I actually went through it. And that is something that I want to keep consistent. The day that I actually go through that bag of pay dirt is the day I'm going to write down the gold spot price because I want to stay consistent with every bag that I go through and do a pay dirt review on. And we also want to keep our carats the same for every bag, even though I know that, you know, maybe Alaska has typically 18 karat gold. Virginia has 22 karat. I still want to just stay consistent throughout. So what I want to do is just keep every bag I go through as 24 karat gold. Now you can change if you live in a different country or you want to find out how much your money's worth in Europe or something. You can click that, Mexican pesos, whatever. But we're in the U.S., so that's what we're going to do here. Now that was our gold spot price, $1,317.70 on the day that I actually went through this bag and weighed the gold. Now you can do grains and penny weight, micrograms, milligrams, and so on, but I like to work in grams and troy ounces. And this is our purity. You can go all the way down to 7 karat on this one. But we're going to punch in our amount that we found that day, which was 0.677 grams, and we're going to hit calculate here. And that gives us $28.68. Now that doesn't give our return on investment percentage, which is what we want. So we're going to have to go over to the calculator and put 28.68 into it. And then we divide this by the cost of the bag of pay dirt you go through. Some people don't add shipping and handling. Some people don't add any kind of other little charges they might get charged. But for any pay dirt bag I do, is I'm going to give you the full price. So the bag plus any kind of shipping and handling. I buy 3 bags at a time. So I'll have to divide that shipping and handling into 3. So it'll be a little off from probably if you guys actually purchased just like 1 bag of this. But this bag was $55 all total because Eureka Joe's doesn't charge shipping and handling. So we do 28.68 divided by 55. We hit our equals button, and it gives us 52.15%. Now we're going to move this decimal place over 2, and we're going to round up on this number since this is 5 or higher. You round up this number. So we got 52.15% return on investment, which is over half of the money we spent. We've been able to recover at least a little bit over a half of the money that we had spent. Now, I told y'all that I would show you how to figure out different carat valuation. So if you have like a ring or a necklace that's a different carat, you can go over here and click 14 karat. You need to know what the grams are. So we're going to say it's 12 and a half grams of a necklace at 14 karat gold. and we hit calculate, it's $308.74. Now, you can come over here and do this on your calculator, as long as you know the gold spot price and can remember how many grams are in 1 troy ounce. So we put the 1317.70 in here, which was price of our gold. Now 31.1 is how many grams there are per troy ounce. So we put our 31.1 in. We divide 31.1 into 1317.70. Now, honestly, it's like 31.1035 grams per troy ounce. I believe that's the right number, but we just usually shorten it up to 31.1. Hit our equals button, and this shows us that we have $42.37 per gram of this is actually right here 24 karat gold. So now let me get it down to 14 karat gold. So what we've got to do is we've got to divide this by 24 because there's 24 carats. So that gives you $1.77. That gives you $1.77 per carat per gram. So now we need to multiply it by 14 because that's how many carats we have. We have 14 carat necklace, so we want to multiply that. Now we have $24.72 of 14 karat gold per gram. So now we need to enter our weight, multiply by 12.5, which is how many grams of gold we have. And that gives you 308.94. Now it's a little off from this, but that gives you a rough estimate, so you can figure out how much your gold's worth. Now, are you going to get 308.95 for your gold necklace? Most likely not. It's going to be there if you take it to a pawn shop, a jewelry store, or one of those We Buy Gold sites. You're probably going to get anywhere from 75 to 90% of that number. So don't expect to get 308.95 or 308.74. So I just wanted to show you all how to do that. I hope that helped and answered any kind of questions you might have. So now you can do your own return on investments, or you can figure out how much your old gold ring's worth, as long as you know the carat and the spot price and how much it weighs. Hope that helped. I apologize for the audio on this. I'm screen recording, and I don't have a microphone for my PC yet, besides the one that came with it. But I'll get that, and hopefully the audio will be better whenever I do any of these in the future. Thank you, though.